Hey guys, welcome back to another layout update. This was be a little quick short update. Just got a couple new truck projects, finished project, and a couple new items to show off. So we're going to get right into it with the two truck projects I'm currently working on. Alright, so here are the two new truck projects I'm currently working on. They are both going to be the exact same truck. They're both going to look like the same thing. I'm not really going off of any prototype pictures. This is kind of just what I had, spare parts I had laying around. I found a couple of these. These were actually flat car loads. They were like a little, I guess, trailer type deal. So I cut them apart, and they actually do make really nice beds. I've painted one, haven't painted the other. And then also I've got the Walthers utility truck toolbox. I cut that off of the body, and that's gonna be mounted there. I've also started building some racks for rail sections to lay on, and also there'll be racks in the bed too, but I haven't built those yet. And also just want to give a little shout out to one of my friends. He's starting to get into casting, and he started to cast some of his own detail type stuff. So this is a welder he made out of casting. It's really nice, and I think it's pretty accurate size for welders. So both these trucks will probably have a welder in the bed as well as other detail. But as of right now, this is how they look. Got to put some more effort into them. I'm currently waiting on some Palfinger cranes to come in the mail. I found 4 of those, so I jumped right on those when I bought them because they are getting pretty hard to find. Got them for a really nice price. So I can't really do much on these. I can paint the bed on this one, but I haven't just because I don't really have any time. This one is obviously going to be CSX, and probably debating, well, either this one will be Norfolk Southern or CSX, and I'm debating on whether I'm selling one or not. But this is kind of an update on 2 projects I'm working on. So we move on to another finished project. All right, so here's a finished project that I have been working on for a while now. This is what's called a car topper. I did a video on this when I was building it a while back. So to bring you up to speed on what this is, it's a Caterpillar backhoe that's been outfitted with specialized pads and a grapple in place of the backhoe portion of the machine. And basically, it'll slide across the tops of gondolas to unload ties. It's mainly used for unloading ties. The video that this company made, it says that it can use for a variety of things, but what this machine is really used for in the real world is mainly seen on tie trains. So I've always wanted to replicate that. And this, I like I said, I did a video when I first started building it, but the one part that was really hard to find was the grapple attachment for the rear, and I finally found one. The only way you can get one, to my knowledge, well, what I've had thought would be to buy an entire crane attachment, and all I needed was a grapple attachment. But I did some searching, and through some friends who do custom work like I do, they had a spare attachment that they were not using. So I had one of my friends send it to me to finish off this project. So for some of you guys that might want to build something like this, I'll tell you what it started out as. This started out as a die-cast Masters 450E, and it really still is. So the only custom parts to it are these pads that sit on top of the gondola. The ones on the rear stabilizers are glued in place, but the front one is actually, if I can get it here is actually not glued in place. I need to rebuild or remake the front stabilizer pad, or the front pad, because I made it too short, so when it's posed on top of a rail car, it looks like it's It's bowed in. You can see right there, it kind of looks like it's bowed in. So I just need to remake that, just make it a little longer. And then the rear backhoe portion, to make this, I cut off, or I drilled out the backhoe bucket. And then after that, I still have the bucket, so that can still be used for something. I don't know, it's a really nice piece. So then after that, I drilled, or I cut off the linkage that mounts the bucket. So basically it's now, they used to be, you can see the linkage on top. Focus. There used to be one right where the mount for the grapple would go. So I cut that clean off and then glued this grapple attachment on, and it acts just like a real thing. It can hold ties, which is really nice. It spins 360 degrees. The grapples open up. So overall, it's a really nice machine. I'm really happy how this project came out. Definitely going to be buying a couple more of these and probably building them for sale. So that's just a project that I finished recently. So now I just want to talk about a really cool, I guess, accessory type deal for pickup trucks and SUVs. This is a GHQ trailer kit, and it's actually a really nice trailer kit. It's really simple to build. It's all metal. There's only a few parts to it. You can have this thing built in under 5 minutes. It's really easy to put together, and nothing moves on it. Everything has to be glued in place. So if you want the ramps folded down, you have to glue them folded down, or like I have them glue them folded up. But it's a really nice trailer kit, and it'll fit pretty much any 1/87th scale or HO scale vehicle. So you can have like a show car getting ready to go to a car meet. But what I bought it for, the GHQ also makes a skid loader that I'm going to buy. My hobby shop just unfortunately didn't have it in stock at the time. So eventually I'll get one, and I'm going to do a little custom skid loader for this. I think it'll look pretty cool. Alright, so for the final item I'm going to be showing today is this. It's new to me. It's an Athearn Genesis SD70, just standard cab locomotive. Bought it at the hobby shop. And when I say new to me, I mean this, just by looking at it, obviously looks like it's been used before. Like I said, I bought it at the hobby shop. They have a discount table that they usually put stuff on, and usually it's like Tyco, Bachmann, just cars that are broken, missing parts. But when I went there recently, they actually had some pretty nice stuff on it. They had Kato, Atlas. They had a couple Broadway limited steam locomotives. They had Bowser, so marked down from retail price and from what they were trying to sell it. This, I didn't even go to the hobby shop looking to buy a locomotive. All I went was to get that GHQ trailer kit and the GHQ skid loader kit. But I happened to walk by this just to see what they had, and this was on the table. It was a Norfolk Southern, obviously SD70, still in the original box. Didn't have the plastic sleeve like the regular Athearn Genesis, or when you buy one new, it didn't have that. But it did have the original box. And when I bought it, I thought it was just going to be DCC ready or DCC friendly, where I'd have to buy a circuit board for it. So I just bought it just because the price on it, it was marked down twice. The original price was $111 retail, or what the store was trying to sell it for. And then on that, it was marked down to $60 at one time. And then finally, the price that I saw it at was $40. So I thought I was just getting a DCC friendly locomotive for $40. But when I got it home and put it on the track, to my surprise, it's actually DCC equipped. The only few defects that I saw, I guess not all the defects, but just kind of stuff I can work on, was one is the roof. Obviously has been, looks like whoever owned it painted it completely white, which after looking online I looked up, I figured out what the original owner or the owner at one point in time tried to do. Some of these SD70s have really faded out roofs, and they're basically pretty much white. So I could tell the guy was trying to go for that kind of look. I do have a friend who does Norfolk Southern building and weathering that he's got. I can send it to him and he can touch it up and make it like the real thing. The other few defects is it doesn't have the antennas on top. There should be two. You can see there's part of one that broke off, and it's just not there. That's easy. There's obviously aftermarket parts that I can buy and glue on. The other thing is none of the lights work on it, but that's another. I'm not really too upset about that because if you know my other SD70, none of the lights work on that either. So then again that's an easy fix. I can do it whenever I feel like it. But overall, I was surprised for it being DCC equipped and for the fact it was $40, even though it is an Athearn Genesis locomotive. So it was pretty nice find. And I can do some little detailing. After I looked online for looking around online after I bought it, these do have an air conditioning unit on top, so I'll be adding that, and also obviously be putting in lights sometime in the future. And that's about it. There's nothing else really wrong with the locomotive. It's got all of its detail parts still on. I think it's even got a few aftermarket parts too. They've all been painted, and the handrails are pretty much, there's not a single one broken. The rear one was popped out of the hole, but that was an easy fix by just putting it back in and putting a dab of CA glue on it. So now it won't move now. So overall, really happy with this locomotive. Alright guys, this about does it for this layout update. I hope it wasn't too long. Didn't really want it to be long, but just wanted to show you a couple things that's been going on. I'm going to really try to get more videos up. I know sometimes I go a couple weeks without a video just because I'm so busy, and I know everyone wants to see what's going on with the layout and wants to see train videos running, or trains running type videos. And so I'm going to be trying to get a lot more of those out. Over the past couple of weeks, in between videos, or in between layout updates I should say, I've been kind of going through my collection and just kind of going through and seeing what I don't use anymore, what I can get rid of, just because I don't use it anymore. And there's going to be some changes coming here shortly, so that's another reason I want to point out. Is another thing that I'm not really doing is working on the layout itself, so there's really no more scenery added. Haven't really done anything to it just because, like I said, there's changes coming, and so there's really not really any point doing any big scenery work on the layout. But I will be keep doing truck builds, and I will be keep getting new models and stuff like that. So matter of fact, there should be one coming in a few days, and I'll definitely have an unboxing, and it'll probably be my first in-depth review of this model because I posted it on Instagram, kind of a little sneak peeks of what I'm getting, and people have figured it out and have messaged me and asked me if I'll be able to do a review of it on my YouTube channel. So I think this will probably be my first in-depth review of a model, just because I get so many questions about it. If I like it, I haven't even got it yet. So look out for that video. And another thing is, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's following me on YouTube. I think I'm up to over 500 subscribers. I think I'm getting closer to 600 right now. So you guys have been, everyone that's been commenting on the videos, giving me suggestions on what to do, and just kind of giving me support, and everyone seems to like the trucks I build. So I'll definitely be doing more of those, and there'll be those for sale. And also on my Instagram, I'm up to about 1,440 subscribers, I think, like that, something like that. So thank you to all those who subscribe there or follow me there. Getting close to 1,500. Didn't even think I'd even pass 500 on Instagram. So that's a really nice goal I have right now that I've achieved. So thanks again, guys, for watching the video. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll put a link down in the description box for my Instagram page if you have not yet followed me yet. So thanks again. Keep watching for more videos, because there will be one in a few days, hopefully this week. Depends on when I can get around to film it, of a new model unboxing. So thanks for watching. Keep going out for more videos. See ya.